Sup dudes, here is Stan Stafe again in this fucking shit, and in today's video we have finally, after almost 3 weeks, we have finally the Independence Day event announcement, finally, which is here. So the first thing that is important to notice is that for all other servers, it will start on June 30th of June and will go till the same date. The event will be, as always, with the nugget options and the firework options. This event is good to you to buy the 600 bonds or nuggets bags because you will spend the fireworks. I did a video a while ago that I said to not buy the bag from the event, but it's actually only two events that not worth, which is the Valentine one and the Day of the Dead. These two events, the currency that you earn from doing jobs or things, you don't spend. Different from the Independence, the October one, and the Easter one. Here, as you may know, we have the rewards. It is very easy to understand. The hats and the necks will be on the uncommon. The belts, shoes, the pants, and the clothes will be on the rare. And in the very rare, we will have the ride sets. Remember that all weapon of these sets, new sets, will be boxable for nuggets. Yes. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. Also, we will have the Independence Old Chest, which contains the items from previous events. So you can got the Austin or Lost Indian things or the French. We also will have a new free set, which is this one. The sets are kind of ugly, being honest here. Not that cool design of them. We also have the winner set, which is a horse set, and two new achievements for one quest and for if you get the free full set, which for some reason isn't showing the weapons in this image. I would show in there the prizes and the items, but for some reason isn't loading. Let me see if now it's loading. The event is started on beta and we already have a bug on it. Now talking about the sets, the free set is basically a prisoner plus Sundance Kid with sector bonuses, which means that is weaker individually, but is good for newbies and is both sided, so it is an option, and currently is the best option for sector bonus. Let me show it here. Here we have a comparison about the new free one with Mikolai, and as you can see, it's way better. Way better. Actually, I think it's better to compare with the Black Carrot one. Let me see. The comparison is a little bit more fair, let's say, but it's way better. Look, it has dodge and hit chance bonus for sector and way more damage. It's worse than prisoner and the Sundance Kid because first you can't upgrade it. So only by that it's already enough reason. Let me compare only clothes. Here, look, it is basically the same statuses, but of course you can upgrade the prisoner. Let's see. Yeah, it is individually worse. And also, if you compare even more closely or with more accuracy, these two bonuses will be shared with someone that's not using it. So it don't need nerf. I have seen people asking for a nerf in the Armistead one, but don't even need it. Also remember that you will be able to send fireworks every day, up to 100 friends, of course. So if you send every day, I think it's almost 1,000 you earn. No, it's more than 1,000 you earn fireworks. Now talking about the Pulaski set. The Pulaski is the one that to me is the only one that needs a nerf, only in the clothes. But why need a nerf? The thing is, since we had the Leavenworth set and the Rolling Thunder, or even the Bull and Cortina, the sets for tank, attack and defense are not balanced, are not exactly the same. So it is kind of creating an unbalancement, let's say. Look, I'll compare here French and Rolling. Only clothes. Look, it's basically the same. For some reason, the rolling has one more dodge chance. But if you compare everything, it's basically the same. However, if you know, both sets have way different ride and weapon. So, to fix that issue, the next set, which is the Pulaski one, should be exactly same as French, which is not the case. Look, it is a little bit better. More resistance, more dodge, more leadership, more hiding, instead of course, setting traps, more dodging, and more health points. I know that soon we would need, of course, a better set, but to fix this little imbalancement that has in the tank sets, it should be exactly the same. Because the ride set and the weapon set are exactly the same. Look at this. It is exactly the same. What does this exactly means? This means when the next set arrive, the clothes will be exactly same as Pulaski, but the weapon and the ride will be completely different. To me, the clothes of the Pulaski set should be sacrificed to make things equal. That's the, the phrase that I... To avoid future problems. One thing that is important to notice also is Rolling Thunder was launched before Langdon, and Rolling Thunder is still strong enough against Prisoner. Ah, something better than rolling. We definitely don't need it, but we kinda needed the weapon and the ride to balance with French. That's why the Pulaski clove should be exactly the same as French to fix that stupid difference between the tank set, which started in the Leven being not exactly the same as the Bull. And now let's let's get to the next set, the Nox set. This set is kinda stupid because I told Ino that in the Day of the Dead of 2025 they should have brought the same exactly set as we had in 2019, which is a dual set for Vigor and Shuri. If you don't know, I am talking about the Vaquero and Cowgirl. So the imbalancement that will bring in this new stupid set is because the weapon will be nuggeted. Oh, they should have brought that set statuses for the Knox in exactly at the same time they brought the zombie to not create any type of imbalancement. Because if you compare, I mean, the Nox and the zombie, it is extremely similar. Actually, it is very similar. For some reason, the zombie still has the toughness. However, even more the right set, I think. Let me check. Yeah, the right set is exactly the same. Now I wonder how it is the weapon. Let me check. Oh, look, it's actually it's not that better also for asking nuggets for it, but like I said literally a second ago, it should be exactly the same, but not in there even. They could brought that set in the next Day of the Dead. Would work. But I don't know, I think fire nuggeted gear, the Nox weapon, it is kinda weak. Let's be honest, it is not that stronger if you compare with the zone. Share your opinion in the comments if you what you think about that. But to me, the Nox set should be at the previous dot, Day of the Dead, or in the next one, to not create that imbalancement between not nuggeted gear versus unnuggeted gear. And for the last one, before the winner set, we have the Revolutionist. It is a very solid set, let's say. We can compare it with the Josefa and I think it's Josefa is the most the closest from it. However, the skills are way better. I know people already using since the October 2024, the Josefa, some parts even to duel. But as you can see, the Revolutionist has better skills for a duel. And for some reason it has also shooting. And for the first time, I don't think I said that, but for the first time we will have a weapon that is 2.3 damage per level. Yes. Not even the Souza and the Langdon rifle are 2.3, but this one it is actually is the same as the deputy chef stuffs. Let me check here. Look, it is exactly the same. 2.3 per level. Actually is a very decent set if you think of even to play the adventures and for a duel. Very solid statuses. Look, reflex, toughness, vigor, and appearance. Yeah, it is very similar as Joseph one. Let me check again. Yeah, look, it is basically the same, but with reflex, which is way better, honestly. And also the dual weapon also is has more damage per level. And also the ride set is way too stronger. I checked it once, let me check again, because it is also the first ride set for adventurers that is auctionable. Finally, I think I said that in the previous video, but anyways, this set, it will be very good for duel. Let me check in level 200, let's say. Look at that. These statuses, I was already dueling with the the Josefa ride set, but it has no reflex and no shooting. Look at that one. It's very good. I don't doubt that we will have people asking for a nerf to it. I kinda like it, that set, being honest here. And for the last one, we have the Freedom Rider set, which is the for the winner. This one will be very expensive to get. The last one in the in Colorado, I think who won had spent more than 100,000 nuggets. Had like 7,000 duels in sequence. It's basically a dual ride, and for resistance, it has toughness, reflex, aiming, shooting, tactics, appearance. Made no sense to have tactics on it because tactics needs dodge to work unless you are skilled on it or have some equipment that has it, which is not useless at all. Let me compare. Let me compare with something. Yeah, of course, it has the bag and the saddle. What's the difference? Ah, the saddle is for shooting and the bag is for vigor. Okay, let me compare with I compare with the donkey and gloves. Let's see. Yeah, it's way better. Actually, the vigor is similar, which is okay, but it has a lot of way more aiming, tactics, appearance, and way more statuses like XP and shit. I still don't know why they keep putting this dodge and hit and resistance, which no one uses. Makes no sense if you don't have the fortified skills. But being honest, it is a very good set. It will be way expensive to get it. Way more than the previous one. I dare to say that. So that's the video. Tell me in the comments what you think about this next event, and see ya. Bye.